I'm Rajeshwari. Now I am going to read 80 words English shorthand. As you know, in May of last year, the executive directors of the bank representing its member countries decided that the People's Republic of China should represent China within the World Bank Group. This meant that the population of our developing country membership increased by almost 50%, that is, by nearly a billion individuals. The Bank of China have now completed the first year of their relationship, and as had agreed, we sought to achieve two important objectives in that initial period. The first was for the bank to emphasize economic and sector work in order to understand the chief factors that have determined the economic development of China of the last 3 decades. And the second was to start to prepare a small group of high priority projects. Both these objectives have been achieved, and the executive directors approved the bank's first loan to China for a university development project this past June. Pre-appraisal work on two other projects, one in agriculture and the other in port development, have now been completed. China, of course, has an immense development potential. It is substantial energy resources, a largely self-sufficient and diversified production base, and a healthy, literate, and disciplined population. During the past 30 years, most of its development efforts have been directed of two goals: industrialization with a particular emphasis on heavy industry, and the elimination of the worst aspects of massive poverty. The chief constraints of his development strategy have been a severe shortage of cultivable land and a high degree of international isolation. Efforts to reduce the widespread poverty began with an initial phase of land redistribution, followed by agricultural program and provision of essential social services for the most part using local resources and initiatives. Despite the slow growth of agricultural production in relation to population, China's success at reducing poverty has been impressive. At the same time, a heavy infusion of centrally mobilized capital led to rapid industrialization, though most of the technology dates from the 1950s. But the society's most remarkable achievement has undoubtedly been to meet far more of the basic needs of its low income groups than has occurred in other poor countries. And during the past decades, China has also been quite successful in reducing its population growth. The bank's introductory analysis of China's economy converts its development performance, its economic system, its medium term prospects and its energy, agriculture, education, transport, and industry sectors was completed in May of this year. This analysis was in turn the basis for extensive discussions with the government, and general agreement has been reached on an operational country work program that will address the key constraints of lagging energy production, inefficient use of energy in the industrial sector, limited agricultural land, lack of foreign exchange, and the shortage of trained manpower. China, of course, together with the other low income nations of Asia, is going to need substantial concessional assistance, and it is in the developed nations' long term self interest to make that assistance available. The International Development Association, the World Bank's own affiliate, is the world's principal source of effective, high priority, tough minded concessional development assistance. And it is important for all of us to grasp that which came into existence in 1960 at the initiative of the United States.